Hi, my name is Danny Morris, and I would like to present to you as to why I believe Google in Education is a wonderful resource that our district should be using. Now, I'm going to present you today with a few facts and show you some of the benefits of Google in Education. Now, I have been in a semester-long course where I have focused on many different resources, compared Google to popular sites, and I do believe that Google is so beneficial and could really be a great resource for us to use. I'm going to start us off with a couple of facts. The first one is, did you know that there are 70 million people who are subscribed to G Suite for Education, which are a lot of those sites that education uses. Now, that's a 20 million increase over the last 2 years, which shows you that Google is becoming more and more prevalent within schools, within education. It starts with primary, and Google actually is made for primary all the way up through college courses, up to doctorates, etc. So I currently am getting my master's degree, and the program which I'm in actually really uses and focuses on Google. So it can be for all grade levels. Google focuses on educational apps. Google is not just a search engine. There are many different ways that we can use it. There are 20 built-in apps. I'm going to show you what that's going to look like later. Plus, there are extensions and additional downloads that you can have. So those 20 sites that I'm going to show you aren't necessarily the only ones that you can use. You can use Google for many different ways, many different extensions and things that you can add on to the internet. So, what are the benefits of Google? Google is free of use. Now, a lot of different programs like Microsoft, that is another popular ones, are always going to cost our district money. They're going to have to be downloaded onto computers. There's going to have to be different software that is accessed. Google is free. Now, you can get bigger packages that are going to cost money, but any of the sites that I'm going to show you today, the main functions are actually free to use, which will save us lots and lots of money in the long run. Google is exceptional for collaboration. Google has really thought about sharing and focusing on using different formats in more than one way at the same time. That includes students and teachers, colleagues, professors, all those types of people. Google has education in mind. They have a Google education site that is focused and can show you how Google has benefited education in the past years. Google has privacy functions to keep your work safe. There are many different ways that you can share and keep things private. You can make things public. You can access things from different types of computers, but anything that you want to share or keep for yourself, it is up to you, and you have access to keep all of those privacy functions however you would like. Google can be used in many different formats and searches. As I mentioned earlier, there are educational apps, extensions, searches, all types of ways that we can use Google. Everything is right at your fingertips. You can use Google on any type of technology, through apps, through the web page, through your phone, through your computer, iPads, any different ways that you need. Google is easy to access and it's user-friendly. You can access it very easily. I will show you that later. And I have found that it is one of the easiest programs that I have ever been able to use, because you can have access to many different types of help and contact and types of how-to videos, etc. Conversion is simple. So if you have a document that you do have online, let's say you want to keep your Microsoft programs, you can download them onto your computer, convert them into Word, convert them into PDFs, to JPEGs, to any type of function that you want. Technology is up to date. It's always changing with Google. You don't ever have to re-download and update. It's going to do that automatically. It will save a lot of time for our technology program within the district and all of those people that spend a lot of time helping us, the help desk. It is comparable to all Microsoft products without the cost and downloads that we're going to see. It is safe, and there are also Chromebooks that Google has recently come out with. I know that our district has started to pilot some of those, but those are one of the cheapest ways that we can get technology in the classroom and use Google along with it. It's very compatible with Google. So I am going to take you through a couple of the resources that I do think will benefit our district and our schools the most. First is Google Drive, and I know that our district is very familiar with Google Drive. We just have not completely converted over to that. Now, Google Drive can store all of your information for teachers and students. It is a sharing space, it is safe to use, and it is all online. So I can go and access in many different computers those files that I might normally have saved on my desktop or on a certain computer. It is so easy for collaboration. I use this personally with my team. I am a kindergarten teacher, and we share all of our activities that maybe we have downloaded, purchased, made ourselves. We can upload all of those online and share them with each other. And so we don't have to worry about printing them off. It saves paper. We don't have to keep files. It's all right at our fingertips online. Like I said, they are all safely stored. They are only when you access your Gmail account, and computer space is not used. Now, this is another thing that is free to use. You get 15 gigabytes of space, which is a lot of files, and anything that you would like on top of that, you can pay for that, or you can go ahead and take your files and move them to another safe location and kind of start over on that, maybe on a drive or a flash drive or anything like that. And as I said, downloads are definitely safe and easy. Our next one, you can be very creative through Google. There are several apps that I use. Right now, I am actually presenting in Google Slides. It is comparable to something like PowerPoint, where I can make a presentation very easily. Students are able to use these multiple sites for creation, writing, reading, and presentation. Sharing and collaboration, once again, you can do this in real time with each other. Students can do that. The teachers can monitor and watch what is happening. It's great for group work. It's great for presenting as I am now. You have easy access to these online or offline. Let's say you're working in the car, you want to work where you don't have access to internet, you do have access to these on that. And you can do it through a web browser or apps. And many of these functions have customization options. You have a lot of different options to make it your own, which is wonderful. So a couple of other apps that I use for this, Google Docs is going to be like Word. It's going to be a word processing. We have Google Sheets. That is this green one over here. Google Sheets is actually like a Excel spreadsheet. And we also have Google Forms, where you can do surveys. There's lots of different options here. And lastly, I'm going to show you Google Sites, Community, and Classroom. These are online management systems where it keeps education in mind. It's like a format comparable maybe to Blackboard, where students are able to collaborate with their teachers, find assignments, and discuss with colleagues. Now, I currently use all of these through different courses that I'm in. I am able to access links, assignments, modules that I might have. I have access to calendars, due dates, anything that I might need as a student, which also shows you that teachers have a very large opening for how they can present information to their students and customize it to make sure that it is user-friendly for whatever grade they might be using. So there might be discussion posts, more access to links, and you have content creation as well. And finally, the last thing I want to show you is how easy Google is to access. Now, I have downloaded Google Chrome, and Google Chrome is the resource that I use because it is much more easy to access those apps through Google. I also have some extensions up here that I've downloaded recently that are going to help along with this. Now, if you see, I've bookmarked, I have different toolbars open up here at the top. This just works like any other site that you might have. Now I'm going to go over here. If you can see, I am logged in to my account. I have many accounts that are logged up or signed up on. I have my personal one, my master's degree, my another personal one, and my teaching accounts. So it's really easy to switch back and forth between those. I'm going to go ahead and click right here. These are where I have access to those 20 apps that I mentioned earlier. These apps are going to be the ones that we can use for creation. These are right there at your fingertips. Like I said, very easy to go ahead and click. There are many apps that I didn't even mention before that would be great for us to explore. There are maps. We can do maps. We can also do down here at the bottom Google Earth. Students have access to community and social studies and science. We have finance and shopping. We have different types of businesses that we can use for those upper grades. News for more social studies and science. Creation through Play and YouTube. We have mail. We can share through Google Plus. We can share through Google Drive. We have calendars and photos that we can store those items very easily on. And like I said earlier, mentioned earlier, we have Google Docs and all those other apps that you might want access to. And as mentioned before, I don't even have all of them on here. We can click even more from Google, and Google has so many different products. I can scroll down and show you just how many there are for us to use. And as mentioned before, many of these online sites are going to be very, very simple to use. They're going to be cheap for you to use, if not free as it is already. And anything additional might cost money, but those ones that we're going to need for the district and need for the easy access for students are going to be the most beneficial, are going to save us money, which I think is so important. All the different products down here I wanted to show you. This is where I was going to. Has all of these different apps that we can click on, and I just think that that is so incredible that it's all right here for us. Finally, I just want to thank you again for listening to my presentation today, and I hope that you will take the time to consider Google in education. And if you remember, why do we do Google in education? It's because it's easy, it's great for collaboration, it's free to use. There are so many resources for us, for students and teachers alike, and I think it's going to make technology in the classroom so much better. Remember all those facts that I shared with you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I would love to give you more information on Google. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.